Tracy. Welcome to your weekly channeled oracle reading for April 13th through 19th, 2015. I'm back. It's been a long time. It certainly feels like a long time anyways to have not done this. Of course, the issue was with my head, and it's still healing, and the most difficult thing for me is that the inability to watch television, be in loud places with loud noises, or the radio going, or be on the computer for too long. That includes surfing the web, that includes uploading videos, being on Facebook, all that stuff, right? That's where my most difficulty lay, and exercise. And that's been ongoing for 4 years. So I apologize for the blip. It seems that's how I live, with ebbs and flows in regards to my head right now. The good news is that I feel like I've turned a corner regarding it. I feel like somebody in the medical world heard me, and they're going to see if they can get me more help, because it's past the point of concussion and post-concussion. And so we'll go to the next stop and see if I can get some better help, rather than always having to look for treatment for myself. So that is good news and bad news all in one. But regardless, we will move forward with baby steps, no matter how big or small. And I will be here, and I will give you your weekly channeled reading. And Whitehawk is very happy to be back. I mean, we returned to Facebook, Twitter, and Google with our daily wisdom on Monday, so I hope you're able to partake in that. If not, head over there for the next few days. I don't do it on Saturday and Sundays, but head over there Monday through Friday and see what Whitehawk has to say for the day, and then come here and see what the focus for the week is, and see how the parallels sum up in your life. All right, well, let's go get Whitehawk and let's see what he has to say for this upcoming week. Sorry, I just do this to relax, guys. Just to get out of the material world, physical world, and connect better with Whitehawk. It's not a connection. It's not how I connect with Whitehawk. Indeed. Welcome back to you, one, and welcome back to you all. He says to you all, it is very true. I am very grateful to be back, to use Tracy to say my words. He says, for we do not know what we have until it's gone, do we? N'est-ce pas? Thank you. And so as we return to the daily life of, the daily grind of life, isn't it nice to be able to come here and to listen to some words of wisdom and support and guidance that will help us through our week, and know that indeed we are not alone. We are never alone. And so once again, I am grateful to have Tracy's voice to be able to do this with. Okay, children, so for your long-awaited weekly channeled oracle reading, this is what your week will shape up to look like. It will be a week of ebbing and flowing, just as every week is. And when he says that, I see the ocean, and I see a wave coming in, a fairly big wave, not huge, but maybe 3 feet in height, and it's coming in. You see its crest. Indeed, he says, there will be some waves this week, but nothing that indeed we cannot handle between you and me. And when you think of riding the waves, he says, either you can stand there, and he shows me standing there as the waves coming towards me. He says you can stand there and you can take the impact of the wave and allow it to move through you, probably jostling you off balance a little bit. Or you can go underneath, so I'm now going underneath, and the wave just goes right over me, and I'm not really affected or moved or brought to an imbalance through it. Yes. He says, or if you can move out of the way of the wave. So say the wave is over there, because the wave doesn't always come in full shore, right? The waves are very, they're staggering. And so he says, or you can move out of the way of the wave. He says is another way we can do it. But, and then someone puts their hands up like, well, couldn't you ride the wave too? He says, indeed, you could ride the wave if that's something you'd like to do as well. Just, you know, and they show me like getting ready when the wave's coming to just sort of go with it. But perhaps there is another way you have not thought of, he says, and that is another way of not riding the wave, but going with the flow. And so as you are in the flow of the water, you're not standing in the water, you're floating in the water as you would like a star. And so you go with the motion of the ocean so that when the wave comes, it's not so big that it knocks you over, he says. So you could try that. But I don't know, he says. I think I would just get out of the way of the wave. or he goes, just completely miss it altogether and just go down, like go below the wave, he says. Because otherwise, maybe you're expending way too much energy. He says, I don't know. What do you think, kids? And so everybody's sort of pondering that. And they're like, well, I guess I never really thought that, oh no, here comes the wave, here comes the wave, you know, that I could get out of the way of it, or I could duck under it, or anything like that. I guess I just always stood there and let the wave wash over me. He says, yes, and for the most part, the majority would do that. But in your thinking, in your clear thinking, perhaps you can try to sidestep the wave, or completely, you know, just go under the wave. But as I've said, this week there will be waves, but they will not be huge waves that will knock you off your feet. They may knock you off, you know, a couple of inches or something, but nothing major that you can't get yourself back on track. And so as you move with the ebbs and the flows, just keep in mind that you do have a choice as to what to do when this wave hits. God bless, children. Have fun in it. Have fun in it. Have fun in the surf. God bless. And it's good to be back, he says. It's so good to be back. Well, there you go. You can go play in some waves, and you can choose in which way you're going to deal with the wave when it comes. So keep an eye out for those waves in your life this coming week. It's always a joy with Whitehawk, isn't it? Because you never really quite know what it is he's going to come up with as a metaphor that will literally and metaphorically occur in your life. So I'm wishing you all the best when you surf those waves this week. Join me on Monday. I'll do a quick vlog on what's been going on with my head, and I did skip away for a 7-day holiday while I was away, which was interesting, getting there and getting back. The in-between part, not so bad. Pretty darn good, actually, but getting there and getting back. So join me if you want to hear all about that. I'll see you on Monday. And then, as always, we're here for the weekly channeled oracle reading on Thursdays. And join me Monday through Friday on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for Whitehawk's Daily Wisdom. I'm glad to be back. I want to thank you all for your lovely messages of checking in with me and seeing how I was throughout the duration of the time I was away. I really did miss your camaraderie and your friendship on social media, and I'm very good to be back, or I'm very happy, sorry, to be back, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. God bless. I'm Tracy. I always see a Chandler's channel, but I don't know if that works anymore. Let me know. Talk to you later.